So you had a plan, you thought you checked all the boxes, you did all the things right, and then life took a look at you and said, yet no. If you're a midlife woman who's looked at your life and thought, this is not what I signed up for, you're in the right place. You know, maybe you did all those things that you were supposed to do. You followed all the rules, you did all the things right, you showed up, you sacrificed, you gave it your best, and you still ended up somewhere that doesn't even closely resemble those old dreams or what you thought your life might look like in this season. Maybe the marriage ended, maybe the job disappeared, maybe the kids don't call, maybe you're stressed out of your brains because there's too much on your plate, or maybe you just one day realized, I don't even recognize myself or my life anymore. If this is you, I want to give you a little reminder. You're not broken. It's not too late. And you are most definitely not alone. You might, however, enjoy my free guide, When Life Hands You Lemons. There's a link down below it in the description and also in the pinned comment. This midlife season has a way of pulling the rug out from under us. Sometimes that's because of our own choices, but often it's not. It's a season of what was is no longer true, but what's next isn't always super clear. It kind of leaves us in this weird little limbo state of trying to figure things out. That in-between space can be scary. It can be disorienting, and it can feel incredibly lonely. It's kind of like you're standing in this place of what was is gone or is no longer going to work for you, but you haven't found what's next yet. You know you're not who you used to be, but you're not quite sure who you're becoming yet either. And that is perfectly okay, even though that middle space can rattle you to your core. And it does so for a reason. All of those roles and relationships that once gave us a sense of direction, they've all changed. And now we're kind of looking around going, oh, what now? There's some grief in that. And that is true even if you're the one who made the choices to make the big changes. Even if it was the right thing to do, even if you know it was for the best, it can still be hard. And there's still a lot of grief that comes with it. There's also fear in it too. There's fear of the unknown, fear of judgment, fear of getting left behind, fear of what will they say or do or think? How is this going to turn out for me? The truth is, this season doesn't really come with a roadmap. But what I do want you to know is that this uncertainty and this place of kind of being in between doesn't mean you're a failure, and you're certainly not broken. It means there's possibilities that lie ahead for you. You're not lost. You're in the middle of becoming. And yes, it can be scary, but it can also be energizing, and it can also even be a little bit sacred too. This is a season where we get to pause, to reflect, to recalibrate, to figure out what it is that I really want now. And we slowly get to work towards building something new and something that is more authentic to ourselves, to our own goals, to our own dreams, and to our own hopes. It's also where we get to start asking different questions and better questions. Not how do I do this or why me, but what do I want now? What still matters to me? And what can I let go of? And especially, what can I let go of in this new season that was never even mine to carry in the first place? Maybe the scariest question of all, but also I think the most exciting one is, what if I'm allowed to be different? What if I'm allowed to want something different, to choose something different, and to create something completely different? One thing I want you to remember as you head into this new season or chapter of your life is that you're not starting over from scratch. You're not coming into it with nothing. You're bringing a lifetime of experience and wisdom with you. And even if things are temporarily uncomfortable as you make these shifts, please remember they're just a bump in the road. They're not the end of their story. They're not the end of you. And these changes don't have to be a crisis. Midlife doesn't have to be a crisis. It's a chance to reset and to reevaluate, to reconnect with who we are as humans, as people, as women. It's where we get to figure out what we're all about and what we want our next seasons ahead to look like. Not everybody's going to agree with it. Not everybody's going to get it, and that's okay. This is what I'm going to be talking about in the next few videos. That person that we're becoming, it's not something new. It's about recognizing that the life that once was no longer fits you. And instead of blaming ourselves or beating ourselves up or pining our lives away, realizing that it's okay to be in this space. It's not failure, it's growth. And you don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need a 5-year plan. You don't need to have all the answers. But most of us do need a moment to pause, to step back, to catch our breath, and reconnect with who we are as people. You might also need to see things from a different perspective. Maybe you need some hope. Maybe you need to know that you still matter. And perhaps you need some reminders of a few small steps that you can actually take to help you move forward without burning yourself out, without blowing everything up, or without having to wear a fake smile throughout the rest of your life. I can help you with all of that. Check the links down below in the description for some details, especially about my book club series that'll walk you step by step through the process of figuring these things out. And the best part is you don't have to do it alone. And while you're there, grab my free guide, When Life Hands You Lemons, and learn things that you can do right now to take some of those first steps forward. And I'll give you a little hint. Only the last one even remotely involves making lemonade. Because I'm kind of over that, and I know a lot of others are too. And then go ahead and watch the video I've got up here on the screen where we'll talk about the lies that we've been sold and what starting over in midlife should actually look like and what actually works. Now's your time to make it through and create something better. This gets to be your turning point, so let's get started on it. I'll see you in the next video to make that happen. Bye!